Quite importantly, there is no internal structure within the work. What you see is what you get. You can deduce how they're made just purely by looking at the work. My name is Jane Fogarty. I'm an artist based here in Dublin. I graduated in 2010 from a BA in Fine Art from the Dublin Institute of Technology. And since then I've been working in various studios around Dublin. But over the past year I've had the support of many different studios, from the DIT Summer Studios, from the Fire Station Studio Residency, where I received their Sculpture Award to work for 2 months. And following on from that, I went and spent 6 months in D-Light Studios down on North Great Clarence Street. So the support from all these various studios has allowed me to create this body of work. This work is made by using a material called paper pulp. So I gather lots of recycled paper and I pulverize it with a kitchen blender in a big basin of water. And then I have to quite physically squeeze out these individual pieces. So there is a gesture that kind of remains in the finished sculpture, this kind of twisting physical leftover from the action. And the colour as well is derived from paper, so I use crepe paper to colour them, and such a highly pigmented paper in itself, if it gets wet, it bleeds. The only materials used in these works is paper, so crepe paper, recycled paper, and some glue. So there's no internal structures or support mechanisms holding these pieces together. It's wet, sticky mounds that are kind of layered up on top of each other, and I was thinking of them as like a parallel to my painting practice, where you have a similar logic that plays out, where you think of gesture and composition and colour that's layered up. I almost think of them as paintings that have been pulled vertically into three-dimensional space. These paintings have a direct relationship with the sculptures. 15 of the sculptures I took a colour palette from, and I mixed up quite exactly a series of paint. The medium is egg tempera, so it's the yolk of an egg mixed with some pigment, as the yolk of the egg acts as the binder. And it's a very immediate process for me. I would mix up from scratch every day. I would create my paint and quite slowly and meditatively layer up these paintings. So it was important for me that all of the layers underneath the painting are kind of visible, that there's always kind of a window through to the marks that have been previously made. The logic creating the paintings kind of mirrors that of the sculpture, where everything is visible within the work and each layer is responding to that which went before it. The drawing times are quite long in creating works like this, and this piece took roughly a year of creating the individual pieces, layering them up, letting them dry, and repeating the whole process. And this one in particular was an ambition of mine, to create something that really related to your body, that it was a scale of kind of human proportion, and the base has kind of raised it up to be roughly around my body height. So it was something that somebody at the exhibition could physically walk around and feel a kind of relation to their own body. The use of colour within my work is very important. It's a way of opening the work up to people. If the forms are challenging, then the colour is more universal. It's an egalitarian tool to allow people an entry point into the work. I wanted them to be friendly and open.